Hey, you are allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to change your beliefs, whether that be about politics, religion, worldview, perspectives. It's a sign of growth to challenge what you've always believed and ask yourself, do I believe this because it's something that's always been told to me, or do I believe this because it's authentic to me? And there's a difference. It's okay to ask yourself, does what I believe harm others, or does it uplift others? Does what I believe put me in a place of power over others, or am I choosing a place of power with? When did I start believing what I believe? And what is the evidence to support my beliefs? Maya Angelou famously said, "Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better." We're not meant to stay stagnant. We're not meant to stay the same. We're not meant to hold on to what we've always known and never challenge it. We're meant to learn and challenge and grow and evolve. Recently, I finished reading the book titled The Gift by Dr. Edith Eger. And in the book, she asks the question, are you revolving or are you evolving? We're meant to evolve. If you're revolving, you're just going in circles. You're not getting anywhere. Evolve. Author Adam Grant wrote an entire book about the subject titled Think Again. It's been a couple years since I read the book, but it really challenged me to challenge the notions that I held. I'm going to read a few quotes from that book. These are some quotes by Adam Grant from Think Again. Embrace the joy of being wrong. You don't have to believe everything you think. The purpose of learning isn't to affirm our beliefs, it's to evolve our beliefs. There's that word, evolve again. And one more Adam Grant quote for you. Listen to ideas that make you think hard, not just opinions that make you feel good. I used to feel a lot of shame around the idea of changing my mind or changing my beliefs. I think I thought, all I can think of is the little engine that could. I think I can. Okay, I'll get back on track. I used to think that if I changed my mind or changed my beliefs, that it somehow meant I wasn't authentic in the first place. That did I even ever believe this to change my mind? But it is actually a sign of growth. We're meant to challenge those notions, and sometimes those notions seemed to fit at the time when we first believed them, and then sometimes we hang on to them as though they were a treasure that, like a safety net. Something that I don't talk about often or give many details about is the fact that in my preteens, I began identifying as an evangelical Christian, even though I was being raised in a family that was non-religious. Atheist and agnostic is how my parents would identify. But I was looking for a place of belonging and a place to fit in, and I believed that I found that. So the friendships that I built in my teen years, it was really surrounded around my church youth group and the church itself. So when I began questioning my beliefs and realizing that I didn't believe what I thought I believed, there was a lot of shame involved. It was very much a shame trigger for me to finally admit that this isn't who I am. This isn't me authentically. Because I was married in my early 20s at the time when I was still very much a part of the church, when I did finally leave the church, it was closely tied to the ending of my first marriage. And I lost most of my friendships as well. And I remember one former friend who would have been one of my closest friends back in the day. I remember her saying to me at one point, "You've changed." And at the time, I didn't know how to answer that because it was true, but I felt shame. But if she were to say that to me today, I'd say, thank you. Now, please hear me when I say that If you have religious beliefs, I am in no way saying that they're wrong or that you should believe as I do or that you should change those beliefs. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it is okay if you're questioning your beliefs and if you're needing to dig down deep to find out if that's authentically you or where those beliefs come from and whether there's proof to support them for you authentically. I will always support a person's right to believe what they believe for themselves if it doesn't harm anyone else around them. At the same time, I also would challenge beliefs that do cause prejudice, that cause people to believe others are less than, that encourage discrimination against groups of people for real or perceived differences. I will always challenge beliefs that cause harm to others because there's a power over dynamic at play. I remember one of my social work professors in class saying, all of us have biases. Check yourself. I've tried to remain cognizant of my own biases, and I encourage others to challenge their biases. What are your thoughts and feelings about certain groups of people, stereotypes that you believe or reinforce? Because of my past experiences, I know that I am more reserved and cautious around people that I perceive to be highly religious. It's a bit of a discomfort for me, but I try to remain open-minded and I try to challenge myself to get the whole story and not make assumptions. If you're in a season where you're feeling like you're challenging some of the notions that you've held and trying to do a deep dive into knowing who you are authentically and what you really do believe, I just want to say, I see you. I see you. And it's okay. It's okay to challenge that. You don't need any shame. No shame attached. Say no to shame. It's okay to challenge the notions. It's okay to do a deep dive. It's okay to say, I've changed. And if somebody tries to make it an accusation against you, you've changed. You have been watching Ramblings from the Heart with Kyla Trapp. You can find Ramblings from the Heart at www.niftypursuit.com/heart. HEART. Sometimes I ramble about having a healthy and positive mindset. Sometimes I ramble about creating healthy routines to support who you want to be and how you want to feel. Sometimes I ramble about books I've read and how they've inspired me. Sometimes I ramble about creating room for balance and allowing self-compassion and self-kindness in. One thing is for certain, I can ramble. My name is Kyla. I'm a healthy living coach and facilitator of the Walk to Be Well Women's online membership. I truly hope you've enjoyed this edition of Ramblings from the Heart. And if you'd like to sign up for my newsletter so that you don't miss the next edition, please go to www.niftypursuit.com/connect. Sign up for my newsletter. See you soon.